Hi, Amber here, and for today's foundational yoga practice, we're going to be doing kind of a little spring yoga connection to nature. So I thought it'd be fun to do some poses just connecting to or named after things in nature. So let's go ahead and hop onto our mats and get the practice started. Optional, we'll grab a blanket to sit on, but if you don't have one, it's not a big deal. And just find a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. So sit with your sitting bones rooted down towards the earth, crown of your head lengthens up, find that upright spine, good posture here, shoulders relaxed down and back. Let's just kind of roll the shoulders up and back a few times here, just kind of releasing any tension in the shoulders, and check in with your neck, your head, kind of shake your head no, shake your head yes a little bit, and then come back to a place of stillness, and we'll take a few moments here to connect to our breath. So gently breathing in and out through your nose. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, breathe in, breathe out, and just try your best to stay with this steady, even breath throughout the practice today. And as you sit with this breath, I invite you to take a little moment here to just kind of set an intention for your practice, whatever you want it to be, or even for the rest of your day, just something that feels positive and uplifting to you at this time. Whether, right now where I'm at, it's really sunny, it's been kind of warm, but even if it's not, we're feeling the effects of spring and that everything's in bloom and everything's turning green and the world's kind of becoming more awake, if you will. And it's warmer, and we just maybe feel a little bit more connected to nature. Maybe we've been spending a little bit more time outside. So as we take on these different forms, these different poses that represent different elements of nature, different animals and things from nature, maybe consider how you could feel even more connected to that and how we're all connected, so we can have compassion for ourselves, for other animals, for other people, for the planet, and so on and so forth. How might you can be able to open up or expand those circles of compassion to take care of yourself and the world at large around us, or just feel a little bit more connected to nature, or just stretch out and feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more loose today, whatever that is for you. And as you sit with this breath and this intention, you can go ahead and open your eyes if they're closed. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, really lengthen up, reach your fingertips up as high as you can. And exhale, send your left hand down to the floor, the right arm reaches up and over, a little side body stretch. Take a breath in. And take a breath out. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, other side. Try your best to keep both hips rooted down towards the earth. Breathe. Inhale, come back up again. Exhale, release your arms down to the side. Maybe roll your shoulders a few more times here if that is feeling good to you. And so if you're sitting on a blanket, you can just set that off to the side. For now, we're going to make your way onto your hands and knees for your tabletop. So fingers spread wide, shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees with a flat back. And moving right into cat and cow here. Inhale, look forward, abs relax down towards the earth, tailbone lengthens up into your cow. And exhale, draw your navel into your spine, tailbone towards the earth for cat. Just continue to flow through these cat and cow movements just a couple more times here. Kind of warming up, getting ourselves started, getting the juices flowing. And then make your way back to your tabletop, back to your hands and knees, and just sink your seat to your heels. Any variation here of child's pose. So knees can be close together or apart. You might stretch your arms out in front of you, or maybe even form a little pillow with your hands, whatever feels good to you here. Continue to breathe in and breathe out. And maybe come back to that intention while you're here, finding a little stillness in your child's pose for a few moments. Balasana. When you come back to putting yourself into being able to see the world through the eyes of a child. What does that look like? How does that feel? And then press down through the palms of your hands. Inhale, slide forward to your tabletop. From here, take your palms out about as wide as your shoulders, and maybe even a little wider if you want. Fingers spread wide. Curl your toes under. Lift your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Now this might be your first downward dog of the day, so definitely check in with yourself. Maybe your knees are bent, maybe they're straight. You can walk it out a little bit, make any stretches that feel good to you. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. You know, can shake your head yes or no, and just kind of notice. Take a moment here to notice. And then from here, we're just going to, just for a brief moment, lift your right leg up to a 3-leg downward dog. Stretch that leg back towards the wall behind you. Inhale, slide that foot forward. Now if you need to help it along a little bit, that's totally fine. Knee stacked over your ankle. Coming into a low lunge. Exhale, lower your back knee. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Try to see if you can shift your hips a little bit forward and really lengthen upward, lifting up through your chest. Take one more breath in. And exhale, release your hands down to the floor. And this time as you do that, I want you to walk that right foot out to the side. So it'll probably even come a little bit off of your mat. Knee still over the ankle as best as you can. Place both your hands to the left side of that foot. Both your arms just the left side of that foot. So we're coming into a lizard pose. I'm going to show you from different angles here just to kind of see if that helps. So see, I'm in that lunge, knee over ankle. You always put a blanket under that back knee if you want. And then the hands out to the side like this. So this might feel a little bit funky. It's our lizard pose. It's a different kind of hip opener. And just breathe. Take a couple more breaths here, really getting close to the ground like a lizard. Connecting. And then from here, we'll step that front foot back to tabletop. How happy are we about that one? And back to downward facing dog once again. This time we'll lift your left leg up just for a moment. 3-leg downward dog. Stretch, feel some energy through that leg. And inhale as you slide that foot forward. Again, take your time. Exhale, lower your back knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Find your low lunge. Take one more breath in. And exhale, hands down to the earth. This time we'll walk that left foot out to the side, and probably even a little off of your mat. And you send both of your hands to the right side of that foot, coming into your lizard pose once again. Breathe in. Breathe out. If this feels a little bit awkward, that's totally fine. This is an awkward pose for a lot of people. But I invite you to be open to it and just notice any sensations that come up. Unless there's pain, of course. If it hurts, then come out of the pose or adjust. But just try to take one more breath in. And take one more breath out. And from here, we'll step back again to tabletop. And then once more, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Notice what it feels like standing on all fours. It's a different perspective, isn't it? Feels a little bit different, but maybe helps us feel a little more connected to dogs, but also just any of our other animal friends who don't walk on 2 legs. Inhale, lift your heels up. Exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, step your feet forward to meet your hands. And exhale, forward fold. Uttanasana. You might keep a little bend in your knees here if you'd like. Head hangs heavy. And then press down through your feet. Inhale, slowly roll all the way up to standing, a little bit at a time. And when you get there, we'll step towards the top of your mat. We're going to find mountain pose, Tadasana. So you really want to find a good upright posture here. Everything's neatly stacked, so if you're ever not sure, just draw your shoulders down and back, chest is open. You can draw your chin back so make sure your neck is in line with your spine, crown of your head lengthens up. And then also while the crown of your head is lengthening up, try to really root down through the soles of your feet, feeling grounded and sturdy here. And taking on the form, mountain pose, finding that stillness, that steadiness, that stability, that like you're unshakable like a mountain. You're firm, stable, grounded, unwavering, and strong. Let's take one more breath here. And then from your mountain pose, I'm going to start to root down, especially through your right foot, through your right leg. So really standing strong through that leg. We're not gripping the floor with our toes or anything like that. We're just calmly, gently rooting down strong through that leg. You bring your palms to heart center. Look forward, find a steady gazing point. So something that's not moving out on the horizon that you can focus on. Begin to bend your left knee and place your left heel on your right ankle. Now, optional, you could stay right here. This could be your tree pose today, or maybe you like to play around with walking your foot up your leg, either above or below your knee. Palms can stay here at heart center. You can take them out to the side. This can be really helpful for balance, and you're practicing this at home, so there's no shame. Definitely feel free to grab onto a wall. I might do that. Sometimes that's nice to have there just to practice, and you can always let go of it a little bit at a time if you'd like, or place your arms out to the side. Or you might take your arms up and extend your branches. Tree pose, Shavasana. Connect through that standing leg. Let's take one more breath in. One more breath out. Inhale, bring your front knee forward. Exhale, release, and shake it out. Come back to 2 feet. Relax for a moment here. Of course, we'll do the other side. So staying in your mountain pose. We'll root down this time through your left foot, through your left leg. Look forward, find that steady gazing point to focus on. So I'll start with your palms at heart center. And slide your right knee out to the side, this time heel to ankle. And then, of course, optional, you could stay here or start to walk your foot up your leg, whichever hand variation works for you. You can even hold on to a wall, or in this case, a slanted ceiling is nice. Just kind of play around with it. Take another breath in. Another breath out. Inhale, bring that front knee forward. Exhale, release, come back to 2 feet and shake it off. And just take it all in stride. If you fall out of tree pose, it's not a big deal. But let's try to stay connected to that constant of the breath. So let's come back to your mountain pose once again. Enjoy the stability of your mountain pose on 2 feet. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, dive it down. Uttanasana, forward fold. This time, let's inhale, look up, flat back, just for a moment. Exhale, fold, and bend your knees however much you need to place your hands on the floor beside your feet, and step back to a downward facing dog. Just one more downward dog here. Take one breath in. And exhale, release, lower your knees down to the floor. Take a brief child's pose just for a sec here. And then shift forward and slide your feet over to one side. So it doesn't matter which side it is. We're going to come to a seat once again. You can sit on a blanket or not. And just come to a seat, this time with your knees bent in front of you and your feet on the floor. We'll let your knees fall out to the side, bringing the soles of your feet together. Inhale, sit up tall, lengthen your spine. And option 1, you could stay here. This is our butterfly pose. Or, starting with a flat back, a little bit of time, start to come forward. Again, just kind of feel that out. Shoulders still relaxed down. Any amount is fine. Of course, there shouldn't be any pinching or pain in your spine. Just notice any release, any openings you feel here. We'll take another breath or two here in our butterfly pose. How might you feel more connected? What or who might you feel more connected to? How might you use your yoga practice to help bring you back to your true nature? And then inhale, start to make your way all the way back up. And bring your knees back together. We'll take your right hand and just wrap it around either one or both knees. Inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, send it behind you and gently turn to look out over your shoulder, coming into a little teepee twist. So as you inhale, you really want to sit up tall and find that length through your spine first, and then exhale, look out over your shoulder. We'll just take one more breath here. Inhale, look forward, gently unwind from your twist, and we'll do the same thing on the other side, this time wrapping your left hand around either one or both knees, sending your right arm up, and exhale to send it back, turn to look out over your shoulder. If you want, you can always place a block or a book or something underneath your back hand to kind of bring the floor up to you. Sometimes that can be helpful. Inhale, look forward, gently unwind from your twist. And then from here, we'll scoot off the blanket, if you're sitting on one, again. And this time, just lower all the way down onto your belly. So lower all the way onto your stomach. Kind of take a moment here. And then from here, come onto your forearms. So your shoulders are over your elbows. Navel is drawn slightly in. Glutes and legs can just relax behind you. Shoulders drawn back. And away from your ears. Chest gently, very slowly lengthens forward. If you don't quite feel that, it's okay. Just kind of feel it out. Coming into Sphinx Pose. Take a couple breaths here. You notice this one can feel really nice on your back. And continue to breathe in. Breathe out. Take this time to connect with yourself. It helps you connect more with others as well. One more breath in. And exhale, release, lower down. And this time, you can just rest your chin to one side for a moment. This time, I'm going to take your hands back, kind of so your thumb draws in line with your ribs. And draw your shoulder blades together. Draw your shoulders back as you press the tops of your feet into the floor and start to lift your chest up just a little bit at a time. Coming into our cobra, really kind of try to squeeze those shoulder blades together, strengthening those upper back muscles for cobra pose. And then exhale, release, lower back down a little bit at a time. Rest your chin to the opposite side. We'll do one more of those cobras. Inhale, lift up into your cobra. Again, this time just do a low cobra, like a little baby cobra, and see if you can lift your hands just a tiny bit off the floor. So even less than an inch is fine. This really forces you to use those back muscles. If you think about it, in nature, a cobra doesn't have arms, so again, taking on the form of a cobra, what does it feel like? What do you feel? What sensations do you feel in your body? Connect. Take a breath in. And exhale, release, lower down. And then from here, just rest your chin to one side. Take your arms to the side. And from here, we'll just do one of these today. Inhale, try to lift everything you can. So lift your legs, lift your arms, crown of your head lengthens forward, feet reach back into locust pose. You might be as high as I am, you might be higher, you might not be as high. Guess what? It's not a competition, it's totally fine. Just kind of really try to, again, focus on strengthening the back of your body while lengthening the front in your locust pose. Let's take one more breath in. And exhale, release, lower it down. Bring your hands forward, press back through your tabletop. Take your knees out about as wide as your mat. Bring in big toes to touch each other. And sink your seat to your heels for a wide knee child's pose. And just take a few breaths here. Find a moment of stillness. Go back to your intention perhaps. Take this time out in the day. From here, after you come out of your child's pose, you want to just lie down on your back and get as comfortable as you can. Just letting your arms rest to the side, legs stretched out in front of you. You can put something warmer on if you'd like, or you could put a little pillow or something underneath your knees to support your back if you're wanting that, or a little blanket over you. The idea here is just trust yourself here, connect to your own inner wisdom, that you already know what you need to do here to get comfortable, to get relaxed. And then just let your back and your shoulders just sink into the floor, going back to that connection of trusting, feeling grounded and supported by the earth beneath you here. As you let your eyes gently close and return back to your natural breath. Just relax into Shavasana, taking this time to let your body relax and absorb all the benefits of your wonderful yoga practice today. And I recommend pausing the video for at least 5 minutes and just taking some time here. You could stay as long as you want, but at least for 5 is good for a proper Shavasana. And once you've done your Shavasana, once you've had your at least 5 minutes or so, and just start to make any little movements with your body that feel good to you. You stretching your arms or legs, just kind of bringing energy awareness back into your physical body, back out into the rest of your day. From there, eventually you'll bring your knees in towards your chest and gently roll over to your right side. And just pause for a moment there in fetal pose. Just when the caterpillar thought the world was over, it became a butterfly. That's a little proverb for you today. And mindfully begin to make your way back up to your seat. And as you do so, just take a little moment here of gratitude towards yourself for coming to your mat today for this practice. And as you come back to your seat, you can gently open your eyes. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead once again. And exhale, palms down to your heart. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. Namaste. I will see you back next week. Bye.